What's going on? Tyson McGuffin here. Christmas is right around the corner. You know I'm on Cameo. You know where to find me. If you want me to put together a special message for somebody extra special, or maybe some pickleball education, or have me take my shirt off, you know where to find me. What's going on? Tyson McGuffin here. Welcome to the McGuffin Show. We're on episode 29, rock and rolling. It's dumping snow here. It's last week or so. It was like 10, 20 degrees. It's warmed up a little bit, and it's crapping snow. My brother, who lives in Central Washington, posted a story on his Instagram page this morning, and he was letting his dogs out in his backyard. And there was so much snow in the backyard that you could barely see his dogs. You could just see his golden retriever's nose like popping out of the snow, trying to jump to the snow. But Central Washington's getting hit. Supposed to pick up my little man Ty tomorrow, so I'm hoping his mom does not cancel on me. This episode is powered by Beamer Therapy. Be sure to go to my website, go to TysonMcGuffin.com, go to my sponsor page, click on the Beamer link, and find out all about Beamer Therapy. If you're looking to stay young, stay fresh, focus on your recovery, then Beamer Therapy could definitely benefit you. Got my wife here. I told her, don't be eating my burrito. Don't be looking at it. Don't even smell it. Okay, it's my burrito, even though it is a little cold and actually doesn't look very attractive anyhow. No. It doesn't. Mama, what's up, girl?
Hey, again, quick apology for Kyle not making it, but due to snow and weather.
Yeah, K-Mac's slacking. I mean, guy, he just taught a camp for me Monday, Wednesday, Arizona. Comes back. We had a court, scheduled this morning. It took me like a week and a half to actually book the court. Had to call some people, get them to cancel their court just so we could get a court at 7. We're all planned from 7 to 9 this morning. K-Mac's about an hour away. Calls me at like 6:15. Tells me he can't get out of his driveway, but he's super sorry. And I said, hey, you know what? You're fired. You're fired. Okay. You're never gonna come on the podcast. You're never gonna teach, and I'm never gonna play. I'm just kidding. Anyhow, so K-Mac is not here, but a much more beautiful, educated, sharper.
Oh, stop.
I'm just kidding. But my
Kyle,
wife is gonna be giving her 2 cents today.
You
Appreciate you, sweetheart. Just don't be looking at my burrito. Don't. What have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
Yeah.
Kids, babies.
Just swimming in all of my nonsense.
I'm the snack whisperer. No, actually.
She's the fixer. She's the cleaner up. And she puts my diaper on.
No, between the businesses and the babies.
How do you do it?
It's been a little crazy.
Well, tell me, how do you do it? I wake up every morning and I say, God, I'm lucky, but how do you do it?
It's like that little meme where the room's on fire, but the guy says it's okay. I just keep saying, it's okay. And I'm trying to appreciate that one day we will miss this phase is what everybody's telling us. So, but no, just super grateful and thankful for all the crazy stuff that keeps us so busy. Yeah. So we're so grateful for that.
And little Macker's coming into his own. He's smiling, laughing, being cute.
Yes.
He's such a little stud. And then Banks she's such a precious little angel who's just being so weird. Gosh, she's so weird. If you guys watched my stories yesterday, she had something in her hands, but she's like arching her back and doing all this crazy stuff. She sounds like a German Shepherd, and she's doing yoga half of the day. She's working on her range of motion with her spine.
She's definitely trying to talk.
Yeah, she's trying to talk.
There's no
her tongue's in the way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sass. Saya.
We need a translator.
We did. We need a banker translator. Banker. But yeah, Bankers has not been outside yet. We need to throw her ass outside. I'm just kidding. We need to throw her butt outside. Excuse me.
She got to play in the snow with the boys. Remember? She got the new snowsuit when we went to the hot springs. They barely, they more so wanted to
These guys
swim.
didn't even play outside.
I know. They just
sat in the egg water.
I know.
Egg water.
Banks did too, though. They did for hours. It was crazy.
Yeah, Bankers can swim like there's no tomorrow.
She loves fish. She loves
Banker.
She just loves her brother.
Okay, topics here. Tom Dundon purchased PPA, pickleballtournaments.com, Pickleball Central. Pretty nutty. New Year's resolution stuff. Content coming out. TikTok newsletter. YT. Camps. Boiler room breakdown. And some questions. So first off, wild. Don't know if it's good for pickleball, if it's not. I assume that it is, but I'm a little worried. I'm a little scared. And I just really don't know what to think. I think there's a lot of players out there that are kind of in the same boat. Like I said, I think it's good for pickleball, but tough to tell. So things that we do know. Mr. Dundon Capital Partners, DCP, led by Tom Dundon, purchased a PPA, pickleballalternatives.com, and Pickleball Central. Boom. He's the owner of the NHL Carolina Hurricanes. He was a huge investor in Topgolf. The Hurricanes are sponsored by PNC Bank. What was that stupid?
Lenovo.
Lenovo, Invisalign, and other local sponsors. The connections could bring large sponsors like these to pickleball, which is huge. We all obviously see that, but it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. Mr. Pardo will stay on and help run the league for the next couple of years. The new spin serve rule is a little interesting as well. No spin serve for pros, but they're allowing spin serves for amateurs. Do they think that amateurs are able to handle returns better? Because if you've seen me this last year return against Zane or anybody else that had some junk on their serve, I was probably only making half of my returns.
I need to get Zane to teach
something
me.
to note there. According to No Man's No Man's Land blog, the PPA has secured and signed 22 of the top players to exclusively play for the PPA, and that article came out on January 1st. I'm gonna have my wife touch on the APP and all that jazz.
Okay. On their APP. So to the pickleball community, I'm thrilled to announce that the Association of Pickleball Professionals is entering into a strategic partnerships that will profoundly enhance the APP's reach and business model and result in the largest tour in pickleball history. The 2022 APP Tour, with 32 scheduled domestic and international stops, will offer nearly $2 million in prize money, increase professional player stipends, and will be hosted at some of the country's best and most historic venues, while keeping with its voice of reaching all regions in the U.S. It's important to note that the APP Tour will continue to be the most professional and welcoming in the country and will not require any exclusive commitments from participants.
Dun, dun, dun.
The formal announcement will be made at the conclusion of our season-ending APP Masters Tour stop in Boca Raton, Florida, January 18th through 23rd. We're excited to continue growing our incomparable sport with elevating the prestige and financial opportunities for both amateurs and our deserving pickleball professionals. Until then, I wish you a wonderful New Year, health, and great success on the courts. Warmly, Ken Herman, founder of the APP.
I like how they're offering player stipends. I think that's smart.
Yeah.
Trying to standardize. So
seems like both are growing.
Correct.
Yep.
There was a post this morning from the APP Tour, and the post states that APP Emergency Pro Wildcard process, it already starts.
Yeah.
The APP 75K Masters Boca Raton tournament coming up. Effective immediately, an Emergency Pro Wildcard process has been implemented for this year's APP Masters. Effective immediately, based on the recently signed contracted pros forced to withdraw from this year's season-ending championships. It's wild. And it's pretty quick for that all to start. There has been a severe impact on the pros that were dropped and now have no other partners that were APP qualified, having made flight, hotel, and commitments months out. To ensure a wonderful experience for all pros, the APP is allowing non-qualified pros until Monday, January 10th, midnight Eastern, to apply for a wild card, allowing the drop pros an opportunity to find a replacement of their liking. Note, a player must have a UTPR rating of 4.5 to enter. As the official Pro Tour partner of the USA Pickleball, we understand the frustrations this must be for the drop pros and hope this will provide a great experience for all players involved with this year's championships. Wow.
So,
what's your take?
I would say, I guess it's just the first ripple effect from signing. So we've all kind of wondered what all is going to take place, or how it's going to roll, or how long it's going to take. We talked about the parallels between some of these situations and consolidating tours, similar to Frisbee golf, I think that Dean pointed that out. Yeah. It took them 5 years, I think, to negotiate and figure out what was going where and really get to a point where then they can announce a partnership. So
it'd be interesting to see if APP stays around, or if they get pushed out just with all the best players in the world signing with PPA,
or if we see some sort of consolidation.
If there's this delayed process where it takes a little longer to consolidate and see eye to eye. But I think it's more likely that APP gets pushed out, and from what it sounds like Tom Dundon is trying to set this standard with any organization, any event, any tour that wants to run tournaments, and this standard would represent that each pro players get the same appearance fee. There's the same prize pool payout for select tournaments, whether they're tier 1s, tier 2s, tier 3s, but there's this standardized way of taking care of the pros, same resources, same perks at tournaments. And it seems like APP is obviously stepping up their game.
Right.
I don't know all the logistics behind the contract, but obviously it looks like they're giving player stipends. I know
they'll talk about it more here pretty soon.
Yeah, I know if you're a highly ranked APP player, I know that your lodging, some of the stuff gets taken care of as well. So, so we'll see what happens.
I think all in all, I mean, look at both sides. I think they're both making strides to make it better for the pros. So it can't be an all bad thing at this point anyways. I think who knows, and I could be completely speaking out of turn, but if there are any further parallels between the Frisbee golf thing and this, is that ended up it took some time, but they ended up at the end of the day working together. And
but something that you're not noting is that they were friends to start. And they knew one day they were going to form into one tour, one organization.
Yeah, and one existed way before the other one.
APP had a much different start, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But that was kind of a piss war.
Yeah, but I think we'll see. I guess we'll all see. I think by the end of January, I think Connor was on a Kitchen interview and said something about after January 15th they'll have some more clarity and have some more announcement. Sounds by Ken Herman's message somewhere. Yeah, after that tour. After the 23rd of January.
PPA is January 15th. APP is after the Masters, Boca Raton, which is the 23rd.
Right. So we'll be holding our breaths.
By the end of January, we'll have a lot more answers. Okay, New Year's resolution. Don't we all have our New Year's resolutions? I feel like, not every year I've made changes to my routine, or changes to my daily life, or had New Year's resolutions. But this year in particular, just with age, getting older, trying to take care of my body more, having more kids, owning a business, all the above, just trying to be the best human I can be. But with that being said, I'm going to do more reading. I'm not going to drink alcohol. I have a physical therapist that I'm working with, just so I can work out all the kinks and know my body a bit better, be a bit more educated with biomechanics. I'm looking to hire a trainer. It's been a little tricky to get our foursome together, or to really get anybody together. Don't ask me why, but so with that, I've been using a guy that's actually in my instructional videos. His name's Jim. I call him Jimmy. People have asked me if he is a scarecrow. No, he's not a scarecrow. He's just in his 60s. I'm just kidding. But anyhow, so I've been showing up in the mornings at Peak, couple mornings a week, and I've been using the ball machine. I literally have never used the ball machine. I never even used the ball machine in tennis. Here I am, 32, and I'm freaking using the ball machine for my first time. So, and little did I know, you can get a damn good workout using the ball machine. And I wish I could throw a plug in for the ball machine that we're using, but I don't know the name of it.
Next one.
But anyhow, so I've been able to hit like 500 balls. It's a bit more singles dependent. It's tough to really get dinking drills in, or like work on your hands, or work on really anything double specific with the ball machine. I feel like it's a little easier to kind of work on ground strokes and movement and cardio. So I've been using it for things like that. But I've been able to hit like 500 balls in a span of 30 minutes. As I'm hitting balls, Jimmy's picking up, putting balls back in the ball machine for me, and he is one of the nicest guys, I'll tell you what. And he is just a slave for me in the morning, and he will gladly do it. And I appreciate him more than he knows. So Jimmy, if you are listening, you are my man. But anyhow, so I've been showing up at peak early, and that's kind of that's part of my new plan for 2022 as well, is just getting up a little earlier. I am so much more productive from like 6 to 2 than I am from 10 to 6 or 10 to 4. So speak of the devil, Mr. Pardo. So with that being said, yeah, I've been doing 45 minutes of ball machine, and then been, I think tip for the viewers here, if you're in a position where maybe you're not, you don't have better players in your area, or you're having a hard time just finding guys, you can still get better. You can still find ways to modify your practice routine and get something out of it. So I've been doing 45 minutes on the ball machine. High pace, high intensity, hitting a lot of forehands, trying to work on my backhand a little bit, but living and dying by what I do well. And then with that, the extra 45 minutes, I've been putting Jim in a corner. Usually he's at the net. He moves me side to side. I have to drop or drive back to him on one side. And anyhow, if you're playing with somebody that maybe isn't as mobile, they're a little older, or you're looking to get more out of it and they're looking to just kind of aid you, do a lot of stuff with you moving, them a bit more stationary. We do kitchen work games like that. We do stuff where Jimmy's at the kitchen line, I'm at the baseline, he's moved me side to side. It's a bit more realistic. So yeah, been introducing stuff like that. And I'm just trying to be a better husband, be a better listener, turn the switch off when I'm with my kids, not be so work dependent on my phone, posting stories, get off of my phone. And to be honest, I may have a problem with looking at my phone. So, I haven't installed it yet, but there's going to be here very soon. There's going to be little periods in the day where I'm going to take my phone away and put it away, because I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't know what my wife's opinion on that is. What's your New Year's resolution, and what are you looking to do differently? And something else that is huge of mine is that I'm just looking to, if I can go away with the ego and just be a bit more level-headed. I'm just I've been doing some meditation in the morning, been doing some yoga, and just some extra reading with, just pushing the ego aside, being a better human, and going through life that way. So I think my wife may like that.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, I think I don't know. For me, which is huge, is I've just been obviously 2 babies under 2, and then our boys, and then the over 3 businesses. My head kind of spins. I just go fire to fire. So now with some very sweet help each day from 7 to 3, I am able to go to my office and not be, holding a baby while I'm in the office. So
take some time to yourself, girl. Take some time to yourself. And the help that she's talking about is my mother. My mom just jumped on board. My mom is kind of acting as a full-time nanny. We originally did not want that to happen. We kind of wanted to keep our circle a little tighter, grab some extra help that wasn't family. We thought it was going to be simpler that way. Little did we know. Bless Bianca's heart, because she was a sweetheart, but we just needed some more help. And so with that being said, my mom has been great. And she truly appreciates the kids. And the funny thing too, not to cut Meg off here, but the funny thing is that she has been doing medical billing. So she was living in Seattle, working at a healthcare clinic, doing medical billing. She then moved over to Idaho. And so she's been working from home, doing medical billing, working 8 to 4. And so she thought she could do medical billing and watch the kids. And the funny thing is that 2 days in, she was so, she was loving her situation. She was loving hanging out with the kids. And I think she fell in love with the kids so quick. And she fell in love with just being around and like being a nanny, that after like Wednesday morning, so she worked all day Monday, did both jobs, did her medical billing and then watched the kids. Did the same thing Tuesday. I asked her Wednesday how things were going. She said, hey, you know what? My medical billing job is a little too tough, and I just want to watch the kids. So here she is, 2 days in. She bless her heart, she's a sweetheart. We love my mom, but she's head over heels for those kids, and she does not want to do her job. She just wants to be a nanny. So I said, we will gladly pay you.
No, so it's so nice. So nice to be able to, I guess, get up, get a little workout in, get back to my routine, really have time to work. It's crazy how much more efficient you can be when you're uninterrupted. And then something I'm trying to take into account, I think a girl that I knew from high school just posted a little TED Talk, or reposted a TED Talk, and they were talking about you're not using all of your brain if you don't allow yourself some time to be bored. And I probably cannot remember the last time that I was bored, or I wasn't on my phone, or I didn't carry around my laptop, or I wasn't doing. If I'm idle, I feel like there's something that needs to be done, and so.
If I'm idling, I feel like there's shit that has to be done. Well, calm down, let your brain get bored, and comes the creativity.
Yeah, and I think part of our couple's Instagram, the Tyson and Meg Instagram, was a lot of my thought process.
We need to get back to posting.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of that, opinions and things that I've expressed on there were from me actually sitting quietly with my own thoughts and being able to share some realistic thoughts. So hopefully that will be accomplished. So,
and as her husband, I am very happy that she's got time to herself, and that she's not so spread thin. And I am sick of seeing her just exhausted with two babies and businesses and having way too much on her plate. And
but we're blessed.
We are no, of course
what,
we are
right?
more than blessed, and life is great. But I just want to have my wife have some time to herself, have her own time, not just be a slave for the kids, even though there's nothing wrong with that. There's more on her plate, and she's very efficient, and so we're just trying to use her as much as we can, and I'm just glad that she's got some time to herself. So
nice to find balance.
Now we can get creative, right? Now we can get creative.
Yes, which is good for everybody.
Exactly. Okay, so new content coming out. If you guys have not checked out my TikTok page, get over there, follow me. Got some good stuff on that channel. I've only posted 7 or 8 videos so far, but we're posting a couple times a week and have been for the last couple weeks. My newsletter, Tyson's Take, just went out yesterday. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We highlighted me as a coach, me as an athlete, and me as a dad. And we've been posting on my YouTube channel Monday, Wednesday. We've been posting either podcast, boiler room breakdown, highlight video, instructional video, and then on the days that we're not posting big pieces, we're doing shorts or we're reusing content, which is usually Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Hope you guys enjoyed that content. K-Mac just got back from AZ, taught a camp at Mesa Tennis Center. That's where the PPA's February AZ tournament was held last year. First tournament that they held was actually held at the Mesa Tennis Facility back in February of 2020. So K-Mac ran a camp there. He had 16. Johnny Sperling helped him out. Love us some John Sperling. He's doing great things in pickleball. And I believe he is an APP believer, as with most seniors. I am not going to give my opinion there, but it just seems like the APP is very embracing with their seniors, if you know what I mean. But make sure to go over to my website, take a look at all the camps that we're running this year. Partnered up with a few different companies, but some pros that are going to be teaching for us. We'll have Sperling, Cameo McGregor, who is cooler than all of us. We all know that. Morgan Evans, Lon Krantz, K-Mac, who is going to be leading 10 to 15 camps for us. John Sperling also is going to be leading 5. Wes Gabrielson, and I'm hoping to add on Lee Whitwell, because Lee is a pretty cool chick. She's very educated, knows her stuff. She was living in Bend, Oregon for the last couple of years, and she recently just moved to the Villages. So what is going on at the Villages? I mean, what is going on? Wrap your tool. I'm just kidding. Okay, so the next portion of this episode is Boiler Room Breakdown. We're going to be taking a peek at the women's final of the Takea PPA Championships. This portion of the episode is sponsored by Selkirk TV. Okay, we got Terashenko and Smith here playing Kovalova and Jardim. Okay, so we're gonna run that back here. Okay, we see Irina dropping. Callie's looking to get her hands dirty. We see this fire battle. We see Callie looking to poach off of Irina's drop. Okay, so Irina hits the drop up the line. I don't think there's any set strategy with dropping up the line. If you feel like the person cross court from you has been beating up your partner, I think it may make more sense to be dropping up the line. You know, if Lucy's been speeding up off the bounce and beating Callie head to head, probably makes sense not to be dropping over there, especially if Lucy likes to speed up off the bounce, right? So Irina drops, Callie slides, gets those hands dirty. Irina here recognizes that it's floaty, and hang on real quick. So something I get asked in camps all the time is, hey, if my partner comes to poach over, should I be sliding over and filling the gap? You have more time than you think. I mean, yes, we're going to be making that move, but you got to see this thing play out. Look to address and assess and know that you have more time than you think, and kind of let this thing unfold. As we see here, Irina doesn't dart over and just take that spot, right? She sees that Callie slides, Callie's being aggressive. There's a floater, she splits, swings, and then it's Crash City from there. Swing again, find that hip, close, and good night. Like it. Down the middle, solves it. There's that Callie Smith fist pump. You guys see that? Oh, come on. I've seen a couple of those. Oh yeah, look at that bicep. Yeah. I mean, my God. Jeez, she's so much stronger than I am.
Strongest player.
I need to get my ass in the gym. I mean, by far. I mean, stronger than any female. And I say this with true respect. There's no disrespect here. I mean, she's fit. She's the nicest girl on tour. She's about as straight as they come. She's very intense, and those muscles are real. Those muscles are very real. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Very good. Okay, point number 2 here. Takea showcase. Love this center court.
It's so nice.
Yep. Drive the third, poach, close, Crash City. Okay. Got herself a little dink battle. Oh, sneaky. I like it. Okay, again. Show that again here. Serve deep, drive, close. Okay. Ooh, that's about as good as it gets right there.
Threading the needle.
Thread the needle. And looks like Callie's looking to slide a little bit, right? So dink inside out, slice, and hang on real quick. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it looks like Callie's there right now, right? Callie's there. Looks like she's reading the speed up, and then. Yeah, I think she just slid a little too early, or maybe she thought Simone was going out her body, but very good job of holding that speed up by Simone. I'm just gonna run that through once more here. Drive, poach, recover, get back in. She drops one, gets one down, brings it back to neutral, and boom, pretty. Also too, something I like here is that Simone hits an aggressive inside out dink. And as we all know, if you're gonna hit a push, if you're gonna be aggressive with your dinking, what's your focus from there? Usually it's being aggressive with your lean and looking to be aggressive either out of the air or off the bounce. But what sets the tone there is this aggressive dink. See this little inside out? Irina takes a step back, opens up some space. Okay, dinks, there's space in the middle. Good night. Mama, what do you think there? I know you have that.
Pretty precise.
I know you have that. I'm pretty precise, she says. Okay, now we have Lucy and Irina on the serving side. Got herself a typical female battle. Why is it that the guys can never play fun points like this? I'm just kidding. Oh, jeez. Headshot. No. Oh, look at Irina. I mean, just a true professional. Recognize that it hits her hair. Okay. See a little hand speed battle. There's that aggressive dink. Speed up. Nice little block by Irina. Good hands. Oh, it was good. It was good tracking ability. She got out of the way. She just looked like the ball hit her hair there. Okay, and sometimes we'll see this in women's as well. And Benny is known to hit a couple third shot lobs if he's feeling very comfortable, and usually is when he's like up 10-1 or 10-2. But the Waters will throw up a couple third ball lobs. Simone is known to throw up a couple third ball lobs, and then usually with this, they're banging their fifth and they're coming in from there. throw up a lob. Callie pops the overhead, and talk about a real girl overhead. That is a big girl overhead. Callie can pop the overhead. Okay, looks like the overhead comes back in a hurry. Swing. Gets one down. Now we're, I don't know. Let's see. Okay. But something that we've talked about in the past is that when you are lobbing or when you're playing defense from the baseline here, when you're playing defense in the baseline, as you're lobbing, if you feel like the overhead comes back with pace and you don't have time to be precise with your drop or your drive, makes sense to just lob back. Once you feel like the overhead comes back and it's not as authoritative and it's got a little less pace, then you can either drop or you can drive, and then it's go time, baby. Then you're looking to get established from there. So as we see here, okay, lob, pop one, drive one, drop. Now we're in, baby. Floats it. Oh, no, just floats it, sorry. She goes for her speed up. Looks like she may have, she was trying to be the hero there. Don't be the hero, okay? Usually doesn't end up being very successful. Okay, very good point there. But prime example of how good defense is good offense. And if you know your shot selection when you're playing defense and you're disciplined and you recognize how much time you have, you can bail yourself out of some deep waters, okay? Take a look at some of the best teams in the world. They usually, yes, they do it with offense, but a large majority of the time, their defense is dialed, they're scrambling, and they're sending a message that says, hey, it's gonna take a lot to get through me, and I'm gonna make this court look pretty stinking small. So with that being said, you know, you're gonna either have to pop an overhead with an angle, or you're gonna have to just be a bit more selective with your spots to try to get it through me. So don't be afraid to play some good defense. That point was sick. Okay, let's just check that out again. Looks like Simone digs one out. Okay, so drop. Look at this. Simone bails herself out of trouble. Tip down, throw it up, baby. Look at that. Almost into a perfect
Organized
lob.
chaos.
Yeah, organized chaos. Call that a slob. It's called the sloppy lob. Meg is known to hit a couple slobs. Oh yeah. Don't we all? Don't we all hit some slobs? Oh yeah. It's not a good day on the pickle court unless you hit a couple slobs.
Mine's
right?
never intentional.
Lucy, get there.
Don't clap.
Dive.
When I have one.
Okay, and Callie polishes it off with that little two-hander. Probably one of the bigger two-handers in the game, if you ask me. Okay. Okay, we got Callie serving to Simone. Simone puts the return in the middle. Bang the third. Oh, there's another little crash play. Okay, and take a look what Lucy does here, just to defend on that poach and to give herself a little time. That way she's equipped and she's ready and she's organized. So take a look here. Bang the third. She buys herself a little time. And hey, if Irina doesn't come up and close, usually baking by their partner doesn't result in the other partner baking right after. So what I'm trying to say is that Lucy, she doesn't have to hit this ball perfectly, and especially if Callie is coming all the way over and her weight's still moving and she's not able to recover, Lucy doesn't have to hit this ball well. She just got to poke it in the open court. Pokes it in the open court, gives herself some time. Irina gets one down, got herself a hand speed battle. Very nice, very nice, very nice. But what I'm trying to say here is that I feel like there's people in Lucy's position who feel a lot of pressure and feel like they have to hit this ball so well when they're defending off of the bake. But honestly, you know, we don't have to hit it that well. If Callie isn't able to come back in, we can just poke it to the open court, and it's tough for. It's not impossible, but it's definitely tough for Irina to be seeing that she's in I formation as Callie's poaching, and then to slide over to open court and to poach after that, if you know what I mean. Run this again here. Simone puts one in the middle, drive. Lucy gives herself some time. Very nice. Defends that extremely well. Hand speed battle. Callie's on it. Callie's got that forehand ready. The forehand's always ready. As you see here, a lot of these points are getting sped up much quicker than you'll see as the men are playing. You know, men are a bit more selective. They're not as quick to go. Maybe because they respect each other's hands just a bit more. Not saying the women don't respect each other's hands, but looks like the pace of the points are just a little quicker. That's a beautiful block. Looks like there may have been some room to hit an ATP there, huh? There's the speed up. Okay, and let's run this again here. Drop, beauty, got herself a hand speed battle. Got some good dinking here, waiting for a ball that we can work with. Looks like Irina's got one. Pokes it at Lucy. Lucy does a good job of covering that dead space shoulder. Looks like there's some room to hit an ATP there. Doesn't decide to take the ATP. Speed up cross. When you speed up cross, usually it goes in front of your partner. As we see there, she sped up cross court. As she sped up cross court, put Callie in a position to clean. Speed up cross. Callie's gonna clean. Good night. And then from there, then they're just plugging middle, right? Irina speeding up cross court. She's got the forehand, she sped up cross court. Callie cleans, and then Irina sits and pinches middle. Very nice, ladies. That's how you do it. All right, point number 9 here. Point number 9. Okay, Simone. And as we see here, Simone uses this technique a lot, and she uses this technique not only on her serve, but she uses it with her groundies, she uses it with her dinks, with her speed ups, and with her drops. So she disguises very well on the forehand side with that tip down technique. Tip down, pecker down. Okay, good. Meg's never heard that. I mean, Callie's a beast. Callie's a beast. So look how Callie stays in zone 4 and stays very forehand dependent. Okay, watch here. Drop, control with the forehand. Again, slide, beauty, slide, good. So, and what puts Callie in a position to really find forehands is that not only is she sliding to her left, but her ready position, as we all know, is very alert. It's very out in front. She does a good job of making contact out in front with some good spacing. And so just it seems like more often than not, Callie's really kind of sitting and camping on that forehand counter. Very nice. Mama, are you ready for the female pro tour?
Am I ready?
Oh my God, Lucy, stop. That is ridiculous. Huh? That's about as good as it gets, huh? That's about as good as it gets. Look at this. Look at this. Irina has got a high ball. High ball. Look at that. Scoops it up. Looks like it's a little wristy, you know. Let's watch this. Look at this little scooper. Okay, and then I'm gonna pause it right there. Perfect. Okay. Boom. So both girls are in the middle, looking to defend. Lucy, as you see here, she ends up getting one down. And then after she gets one down, Callie pops one up, and she ends up basically baking off of a block that was pretty sick. Great example of good defense is good offense, and you can only defend if you have time, and you can only defend if you sit your you-know-what down and you're athletic and your center of gravity is low. Look at that. Boom. A little pickup, and see ya. Not too bad. With the fist bump, come on. You better fist pump after that block. That block's insane. All right. Hits the return. And as we see here too, A lot of these returns go up the line. Why? Cuts off the, doesn't cut off the angle, but cuts off the distance to a certain degree. Obviously, you know, Simone feels more vulnerable hitting the return cross court. Why? Because, you know, further distance, she has to move a little quicker. She has to be a bit more alert with her first step. And Callie's got a pretty good down the line forehand. With this, she can float it. She can give herself some time. Lucy can be a little bigger in the middle. And then as we see here, Simone is able to get herself established on the left side of the court. Some pretty good D, huh? Oh, okay, but with with Simone not getting up and established as quick as we see here, her feet don't quite get up and established. She's still moving. As she's still moving, they end up driving at her, which results into her popping up a volley. Now they're back playing defense. Like that Irina is testing that person after they've hit the return and driving cross court. So something to note here, you can be driving at the person as they're returning, especially if they're unwinding and they're unwinding to the other side of the court. So if you see that you've hit a deep serve, that you've pushed the returner back and they're unwinding and they're having a hard time coming in, you should notice blinking green lights on their feet. You should be looking to bang away and drive and see if you can get any freebies. Nothing wrong with getting some freebies. We'll go last two here. Okay, like it. Irina was in trouble, bought herself some time. Callie gets one down. Boom, gets another one down. Okay, here we go. Got herself a classic point here. Speed up. Beautiful, beautiful. Great job by Irina. See if you can see the replay here, or if there is one. Okay, pops one up, time. As she's popping balls up, what is she doing? She's scooting back, giving herself some time. Why? Because you can only defend if you have time. So she scoots back, gives herself some time, gets one down. I like this brave move by Callie. Okay, so I mean, it's, like I said, it's a little brave. So Callie throws up this high looper, but it lands in the kitchen, right? Lands in the kitchen. And then from there, she's kind of testing Simone. She's saying, hey, you know what? I just got one down, right? I just got one down. I'm now going to get in your vision, come halfway in, and see if you go at either foot. As she does, she goes at Callie's inside foot. Callie gets one down, and then we have ourselves a little battle here. Again, Irina time real quick. So Irina on purpose, I believe, gives Lucy some bait, gives her a bait dink that's in the middle, that's up a little higher. With that being said, it looks like Irina was anticipating that speed up. As she anticipates, she's sitting middle, forehand, crash city, pinch, because when we start, we clean, and we start middle, we stay middle, you know that. Boom. Here's another one, close city. Not too bad, but great job by Irina by starting, cleaning, and staying middle. If you're gonna start in the middle, be authoritative in the middle. Sarah Ansbury knows that. Okay, last one here. And on a good one. There's that tip down drop. That is oh so reliable. Oh yeah, Benny knows that. Okay. Classic Jardim. Lovely. Now the Ran, speed up. Pretty good. And we've seen this a couple times. And I think why we're seeing this is because Callie's been, I don't know what percentage of the time, but it looks like Callie was beating Simone head to head a little bit, even though with the score, it looks like overall score line, Jardim and Kovalova was winning, but I think, probably head to head, Callie may have that advantage there. So with that being said, something I used to do with Rye is I used to speed up cross court. Same deal. Rye has, better hands than most of us. And so with that being said, it put Rye in a hand speed battle against the person in front of them. So as we see here, speed up cross court, clean. Like it. Mama, how do you think the boiler room breakdown went? How was my analysis?
Well,
because you don't listen to me anymore. She doesn't. The last person she wants to listen to is me. She doesn't. Even though she did take my 101, my 102, my 103.
It's always fun watching the women play, though. Like you said, it is a little more.
It totally is. It's high pace, high intensity, a lot more hand speed battles. I mean,
they make it look cooler. I mean, say.
Nationals, Franklin Ball, Riley and I playing J-Dub and Cal in the finals. You were there live. How boring was that match? I mean, for gosh sakes, Tyson, do something. All you're doing is dinking on the right and looking athletic. You look good, but you're not doing much.
It was good.
That was good. Okay, well, thank you. Oh, she's so sweet. Okay, well, hey, my name is Tyson McGuffin. This is The McGuffin Show. This is episode 29. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn those notifications on, and we'll see you guys here soon. Talking